Hello everybody, this is the second meditation video, just a short video of things that we had already talked about in the first video. Just trying to keep ourselves in the present moment, trying to keep us grounded. Anxiety usually comes from living in the future of the unknown, and our lives, we're always going to have unknowns, and that's something that we have to learn how to embrace, just bringing ourselves back to the present moment. If you participated in the sensation class, the first video that I had posted, where you just put your feet on the ground and feel your sitting bones and relax your shoulders and feel your palms and feel your thighs against the chair, I hope that you practiced a little bit here and there. But tonight we're going to practice a breathing technique, and it's called three-part breath. And it's interesting because I usually do that breath or a couple different breathing techniques before I start to meditate. So I sat down to meditate this morning, and about 10 minutes into it, I realized that I was still doing the three-part breath. And it brought me such peace and such equanimity that I didn't even want to move on to doing anything else. So I just sat with a three-part breath. And just something to share with you, even if I feel like I'm having a not so good meditation because my mind wanders a lot, because it does, I still feel better and more prepared for my day ahead of me when I do even just sit. The mind may wander, I may have a lot of thoughts on my mind, but I still feel better if I just sit. So, three-part breath, let's just talk about that. So I want you to imagine that your body is like a container or a glass of water. And when we pour water into the container, it goes to the bottom. So the first part of the breath is going to go into the lower belly. The second part of the breath is going to go to the side, lower, back, lower ribs. Okay, you can even put your hands there so that when you breathe in, you can feel the ribs expanding in that area. The back, lower, and side, lower ribs. And then the breath is going to move up to just beneath the collarbones. And just as if you're pouring out a glass of water, you're going to let your breath come out in this opposite direction. So from the top, the collarbones, the middle, and then the belly. Now, we're going to practice this together, and it might seem a little bit fractured in the beginning, and it took me several weeks of practice when I was going through the meditation teacher training to the point where I've got it flowing very smoothly. But if it seems to agitate you or agitate the mind or the body, just come back to a normal breathing pattern, anything that you can do. And if you want to try again, go ahead and try again as we're doing this. So let's try that on our own, okay? Together. So let's breathe into the belly. Breathe into the side and back ribs, and then just beneath the collarbones. And then exhale from just beneath the collarbones, then the ribs, and then the lower belly. And one more time, let's do it together. Inhale, belly, ribs, collarbones. Exhale, collarbones, ribs, and belly. So you just think of yourself as a container holding that beautiful life force, that prana, that life energy that comes in with the breath. It comes in many ways, but today we're just going to focus on the breath. So let's get started the same way we did the other day, just with our feet on the floor, and find yourself a comfortable seat. Anything you need to do, you don't have to sit cross-legged. Maybe you just feel your sitting bones on a chair, feet on the floor, feel that sensation. Close the eyes if you feel safe, and just listen to the sound of my voice. Maybe your calves are against the couch or a chair, feeling the weight of the sitting bones again, feeling the density holding you down, feeling the shoulders, and then maybe feeling the palms up or down. There's no right or wrong. And take a deep breath in and let it go. And then in and let it go. And if you want to close your eyes, we're going to move to 3-part breath. So we're going to breathe in the belly, breathe in the lower side and back ribs, breathe just beneath the collarbones, and when you exhale, release just beneath the collarbones, then the ribs, and then the belly. And breathe into the belly, the ribs, the collarbones. Exhale from the collarbones, the ribs, the lower belly. Let's do this one more time together. Belly, ribs, collarbones. Exhale, collarbones, ribs, and belly. Now do it a couple more times at your own pace. And if you feel your mind is wandering, which it will, feel the feet on the floor, or notice where your breath is. Is it in the lower belly? Is it in the ribs? Is it in the collarbones? And continue doing that very slowly, very mindfully. And at your next exhale, let that technique go. And you can slowly return. Open your eyes. Good. And try to practice just feeling the sensations of the feet, the hips, the shoulders. And if you can, try to practice the 3-part breath. A little bit every day, just a few seconds. You notice it was just not even a minute long. Okay, so I'm proud of you. Namaste, and I hope you become more mindful, staying in the present moment, not worrying about things that are out of your control. Good evening, everybody.